what am I saying? A thriving society has left and right brain, solving problems. That's what we've evolved, that's what we've perfected. Eventually we hit a cognitive threshold, we go into gridlock, our problems persist, and eventually we collapse and we regenerate. But there is a way out, evolution's gift, insight. And neuroscience is a way to get us there. So now I want to talk to you about mitigation, because normally I give this talk, it's 2 hours long. The big challenge at TED is to get it down into 12 minutes, and I'm already 2 over. So next thing, the big hook comes. And you'll be kind. Remember, you'll be kind. While we're waiting around and using brain fitness, what can we do? I'm going to tell you one thing before we get to mitigation. I am a big believer in brain fitness by a fellow by the name of Dr. Michael Merznick, who should be here at TED next year, and you should hear what he has to say. He's a neuroscientist, and he's developed a series of programs that helps warm the brain up before it has to make a critical decision or load content or data. In our particular case, we did a study of 23,000 school children. We gave them 10 to 15 minutes of brain fitness videos and games to play to warm their brain up just before the start of school. Now, 4 years later, those children have twice the academic achievement as kids who didn't warm their brain up before the beginning of school. If you think about it, you wouldn't run a marathon, right, without stretching, hydrating, and preparing yourself. Anything short of giving children brain fitness before they go to school is, in my opinion, child abuse. If you and I are having a hard time keeping up with stuff and learning stuff and getting to the bottom of things, imagine what it's like for a child in school right now. And if we didn't raise teachers' salaries, if we didn't make classrooms smaller, if we did nothing else but gave them brain fitness, we would have a massive improvement in education. And I feel very bad that that is not on the docket for any educational reformer right now. And it should be, because it's physically demonstrable. Okay, so while we're waiting for our brains to catch up, we can arm it with brain fitness, we can eat better, we can exercise. By the way, blood flow is idea flow. Hate to get back to exercise, because I hate exercise. I hate it, and we keep getting back to food and exercise. And you know, I can't get away from it. I got to get back into the gym. Okay, so what can we do in the interim? Mitigation. Mitigation is the key to buy time. It's not a solution. We need to be sure we understand that when we evoke mitigation, we're not solving the problem. So when people ask me, what can we do in the interim? One of the definitions of complexity is that there are more wrong solutions than there are right ones, and the number of wrong ones are exponentially growing. So we become bad pickers of the solution. But thankfully, we have fantastic models for high failure rates. Everybody aware of venture capital? You might think that they're great success stories, but they're actually experts at failure. For every 100 companies that they do due diligence on and invest, they're only expecting maybe 15 to do well, but those successes will dwarf the failures. When we come up against a problem like the Gulf oil spill, we have to go at it like a venture capitalist. We're bad pickers, but instead, what did we do? First, we got all the smart people together and we dropped a concrete box on the hole. Does everybody remember this? Then every night we watched the oil spewing out, and we said, that's not working. And 30 days later, they said, yep, that didn't work. All right, our next plan 2, is we're going to drill from the side and we're going to relieve some of the pressure. And 30 days later, nah, that's not working. Fortunately for us, solution number 3 was static kill. But imagine for a moment if that had been solution number 87. We would still be watching those horrific scenes on the Gulf Coast now. So the gap between evolution and complexity can be bridged. That's good news. For the first time in human history, for the first time since man has walked the planet, we can mitigate to buy time by using high failure rate models, and we can develop insight. What we need now is an agency like NASA that was developed to explore outer space. We need an agency to explore inner space. Thank you so much for your time today.